Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what the game gives me today. We're going to get Multitasker, which we've just done recently, and Knight, which I believe I have done already as well. Yes, okay, let's reroll. And we've got the Crazy, which we've not done, so we're going to go ahead and pick up Crazy and random a weapon here. Let's roll, and we've got Crazy with Scissors. This is a pretty solid one. I think this is what I used for my class guide ages and ages ago, so Scissors with the Crazy should be a pretty nice build that should work reasonably well. Just lets you lifesteal. The extra damage that you get with precise weapons is good for Scissors because it's a low damage weapon. Not having to buy a ton of regeneration on the Abyssal Terrors map is really nice, so overall, very synergistic weapon result here. Also, because you're the Crazy, you start with the extra knife. We got a little bit of extra income on the first wave because we killed a few more enemies. Broken Mouth, great find. One of the ways that we could potentially lose this run is just not having enough defensive stats because of how the Crazy works with the minus dodge penalty, so you can't really use that. So just getting some early health helps a ton. Just to remind you what this character does, we get attack speed bonuses and bonus range with precise weapons. So the Scissors, which is a very low range weapon, gets a little bit of extra range, which is going to help us lifesteal. And other than that, we don't have any particular bonuses or penalties, so this is a pretty standard but very solid run overall. I'm, of course, recycling the knife because we are not allowed to use it in a random run. And then let's reroll, locking the tree, buying a Scissors. A Lumberjack shirt will be nice as well. This will let us kill stuff even though Scissors doesn't do a ton of damage. Keep on rolling. Come on, game. Okay, we got another Scissor, and then another one. Little bit of a little bit of an unlucky shop in the first wave there, but we still got 3 with a 4th locked because we had a little extra money. We were able to recycle the knife for a little more extra money, and it's a cheap enough weapon overall. So we were able to get our weapon set online early. See if we can kill this tree before the end of the wave, and ideally not give up too many enemy kills. Nice, we got there. Peaceful Bee, although losing melee damage is bad because we have such low damage early, that will quickly change, and I do just want the early harvesting, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab that, and then let's reroll here. Reroll again, I'm still looking for harvesting. We missed twice and found a level 2 damage upgrade, so I'm just going to grab that. We only do 4 damage with our Scissors now because I did lose melee damage, but that's fine. We should have enough weapons that shouldn't be an issue. All right, we were able to lock our 6th weapon. I do want to look now for melee damage because I reduced it with the Peaceful Bee pick. Obviously, the dodge from the Peaceful Bee is wasted, but -1 melee damage for 4 harvesting this early is still a totally reasonable pickup because it can let us get to 21 harvesting, start growing that faster. The extra money that we get from the harvesting is relevant, and enemies don't have enough hit points that we really need the extra damage this early. Here, I'm going to reroll. We never need to buy lifesteal on this character because the Scissors just have inherent lifesteal. They lifesteal for 40%, so we effectively have 40% lifesteal already. Let's reroll. I'm looking for harvesting. Gonna roll one more time here. I missed twice, so I'll just take 2 melee damage to offset the damage penalty that we took. Then I'm gonna roll one more time, and we'll take 4 more melee damage. I was willing to just take melee damage there if we didn't find harvesting because that will just help our Scissors actually kill stuff, which is also worth money. Let's go ahead and buy all those items and then reroll. Gentle Alien, excellent for this character. Alien Tongue is not totally ridiculous for the Crazy here. Some of our healing is going to be from consumables because we're going to be standing on top of enemies a lot, and so the Alien Tongue can help with that, but I think this early I'd rather just roll for leveled up weapons or more good economy items like this Gentle Alien. I'll lock Head Injury, and I'll roll one more time to see if we can lock another Scissors. We can't. For 6, I think we will pass. In the early waves, on wave 1 and 2, you're guaranteed to see 2 weapons in the shop. On wave 3, 4, 5, you're guaranteed to see 1 weapon in the shop. So it can be very helpful to reroll fairly aggressively early in order to level up your weapons. We definitely want to do that. Getting the base damage of our weapons up to 10 with that extra melee damage just let us kill that lamprey really fast too. On this wave, of course, we want to run around and find the curse aliens, and the other one spawned on the other side of the map. Oh, we actually got a third spawn. Can we get it? No, not quite it. But we got 2 and decent money there, so I'm okay with it. Could take the max HP here, but since we found that early Broken Mouth, our max HP is actually fine, so I'm going to roll for Harvesting. And then roll one more time here. No point in buying Dodge. Do I take Luck or Attack Speed? I'm just going to take the Luck. We have bonus Attack Speed already. And then we're going to buy this entire shop. That's great. So we'll start with Fertilizer and Gentle Alien. Those are the economy items. And then Scissors will help more than Head Injury for Clear Speed. Do a reroll here. Ice Cube is sort of interesting if we get some way to deal elemental damage. We did pass a Scared Sausage earlier, which would have worked with the Ice Cube. Then this can increase the damage we do to enemies. But this character really just wants to stay focused on just building up your scissors and just winning the runs in a very straightforward way. So we're just going to stay fairly tightly focused on just getting stronger so that we are never at any risk. This is an easy run that was gifted to me by the game. So I just want to make sure that I, close the deal. I will take the Goat Skull, even though that costs us crit chance on our precise weapons. The extra melee damage is still really good. Do I reroll for 7 to try to lock a Scissors? I think I do. I missed, but we'll lock a Charcoal as well. My goal for this run is to not lose in an embarrassing way, because this is one of the easiest runs we've had, I think. So I just am going to focus on relatively tight play and making sure that we can win this run when the game gives me a clean victory. I think this is our 30th random run in this series, so we're almost halfway to the full random win streak. And you can see there that I do need a little bit more damage because a couple of those enemies, especially the cursed ones, did survive. So that's why I want to focus on buying a little more base damage. I'll take some move speed here. More move speed will help as well with our ability to kill stuff. We'll take all of these and then roll. Leveling up the Scissors is really helpful. Definitely take a propeller hat as well. If I had one more material, it would be really nice because I'd love to throw in a reroll here, but we don't. Scissors, by the way, gains additional lifesteal and a very, very small amount of additional attack speed, but it also increases the critical multiplier as you level it up, so leveling it up with crit chance can be very useful for increasing the damage. The base damage only goes up by 5 and it doesn't gain any damage scaling, so this weapon doesn't level incredibly well, but getting them all to level 2 is really important. Scissors is a weapon that I think you don't see that often other than on like Crazy, maybe Masochist sometimes, and Doctor, of course. So I'm going to try to remind you what it does as we continue to level it up. And that's by absolutely not in any way a cover for reminding myself what it does because I don't remember the stats of the weapon. Obviously, someone as experienced with the game as me just has everything memorized and never needs to look at the tooltips. Making 200 income this wave, that's pretty good. Do I want attack speed, health, movement speed would be nice as well. So I'm looking, I want these stats a little less than I want these stats, but of course we get more of them because this is a higher level upgrade. I think what we're going to do here is just take the max HP, and then we don't really have to invest in max HP anymore, so that just seems fairly strong. Let's go ahead and buy a leveled up Scissors and a propeller hat and roll. Sunglasses and Little Muscly Dude are both great. I'm going to take the sunglasses first because I think the crit chance will actually help a little more. I definitely need to build armor because negative armor is horrible. And that is, again, one way I could lose this run is just by having my defensive stats be too low so we can't heal up in time. On Abyssal Terrors, I think that lifesteal, especially with melee weapons, is much worse than it is on Crash Zone, because the enemies hit you for much larger instances of damage, and their attack patterns are typically harder to dodge. So being near enemies in order to trigger your lifesteal is more of a downside than on the other map. So you probably have noticed that I have tended to go for regeneration more than lifesteal on this map. That's why, because I think that lifesteal is inherently fairly dangerous in Crash Zone. That being said, obviously, we don't really need to invest in healing when the game gives us 50% lifesteal with our weapon. We just want to make sure we're actually killing stuff. I will take this book. This is a random item that we don't have, just in case we find fairy, and I think that's worth 5 materials. Here I'll just take 10 harvesting. This early, that's still good. And then I'm going to grab some attack speed. Attack speed, of course, also helps with our healing, because we're lifesteal based. And with 9 melee damage and 3 more locked in the shop, I think we're fine to just take attack speed over melee damage. Take the muscly dude and the dangerous bunny and level our scissors to 6. Roll here. A weird food is a nice way to add some burst healing. I'll also take the black belt. We don't have any XP gain, and it's more melee damage. So we'll take the weird food, and we will lock the black belt here. My next level up, I really want to focus on getting some armor to get back above negative armor. Especially because this character can't use dodge that effectively, armor is even more important than it normally is on this map, which is already really, really important. That 10 harvesting was actually really nice for us, even relatively late, because harvesting's just so important on Abyssal Terrors. There's fewer enemies, and they have more health, so you get less money from enemies, meaning that you need to rely on other sources of income more. Now, the best source of income, of course, for this character would be Hunting Trophy, because we're a precise weapon build, or Black Flag, because Black Flag is broken, but harvesting helps a lot. Here, I'm going to reroll. I'm looking for armor. The crit chance would be nice as well, but I really just want to get above negative armor. Do I want that badly enough to avoid taking a level 2 just to take a level 1 armor? I think I do. Again, I think that the way we lose this run is just by getting like 1 tapped because I have no armor. So I just want to make sure that I get any armor we can find. Take the black belt here and the insanity. Reroll. The cake will be nice. The bait will be nice as well. I'm going to wait 1 wave for the bait because I want to get this whistle earlier. Decent chance that generates a loot alien, so you want to just grab that a little earlier, and we can wait 1 wave to get bait, especially because I might get a little more armor. The bait right now I don't think is going to kill us, but it might put some pressure on me if I take 1 or 2 hits from it with 0 armor. Actually leaving materials around the map a lot more than I expected. Maybe I should have taken the alien tongue just because of the bonus range that this character has. This is yet another reason why I'm not a huge range fan, is that range means you're killing enemies further away from you, which makes it just harder to pick up materials. And so you have to invest in things like geckos and alien tongues in order to get the same amount of material income in a wave. I don't think that that's like a major consideration, but it is a minor annoyance that the stat adds while not actually making your character that much stronger. So, oh, can we get this thing? I was so close to killing it right at the end there, I think. I'll take the blindfold. We did get a crate. I actually didn't see if I got the loot alien, but I don't think I did. I'll take the blindfold, of course, for the crit chance, even though the dodge is useless. And then here, we're going to take 2 armor. And now that our armor's positive, we're in much better shape. Let's reroll here. Okay, well, we'll take 3 armor. Suddenly, I'm feeling very good about this. Obviously not taking the gambling token, because we have negative 23 dodge. We're never getting that positive. Let's combine and take a look at our level 3 scissors. Again, just for you guys, not because I need to remind myself. That would be ridiculous. So this does 15 base damage, 2.3x critical. Not a huge increase, but yeah, and the range, nothing else goes up, just the lifesteal. Scissors really does not level well as a weapon, as it turns out. So not that high. We're still going to level it, but it's not like a super high priority to level it up. We'll take the bag, recycling machine, defective steroids. All of those are good, of course. I passed on the ice cube earlier, so we're not going to buy scared sausage. Let's keep rolling. We will definitely take the scissors. I'll take leather vest again, even though we can't use the dodge. -3 HP for +2 armor is a great trade. And let's level our scissors here. Schmoop, do I want to lose 2 melee damage for 6 HP and 2 regen? That's probably worth it. And then for 18 with 2 items locked, I'm not going to spend that on a reroll. Need to play very slightly carefully off the start here because of the lampreys, but our damage is high enough that we were able to kill them without taking too many hits. More crit chance would be really nice, but really we just need attack speed. Scissors attacks very slowly, so even with the bonus attack speed of the crazy, we just need a lot more attack speed right now. Like the 0.7 attack speed is really bad, or 0.7 attacks per second is really bad given that we've invested fairly heavily in attack speed already, and this weapon doesn't do that much damage per hit. So more attack speed is probably the #1 thing to increase our damage. But now that we've got our armor to a much more reasonable value, I'm much happier because we can just walk into big groups of enemies like that. Okay, nice. 50 in attack speed. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And I'll take 6 melee damage as well because I do want to improve my damage. It does feel a little bit low at this point. Take the leather vest and the schmoop. And we're going into an elite fight. I think we have the damage to kill it. I'm going to try to boost my damage just a little bit before we fight it because that will make it a little faster and a little cleaner to kill the elite here. Go ahead and combine and buy a scissors. Little frog. I did want pickup radius, and the harvesting is still useful even this late, so I'm just going to buy it. And then we're going to roll here. I'm going to lock the mirror just in case we find something cool to buy with the mirror. I probably won't buy the mirror if we don't find something cool in the same shop. Run over to the elite and see if we can kill it relatively quickly here. Looks like it's not going to be the fastest elite kill in the world, but because of our high lifesteal, it should be pretty safe. And this elite's fairly easy to focus damage on. It does charge past you, but as long as you stay relatively near it, you should be able to hit it fairly frequently. It's not as bad as the crocodile in Crash Zone for melee characters, which constantly charges past you, so it becomes very hard to focus damage on. This one charges a lot, but not in as difficult a pattern. I did have to back up there because I took several hits in a row, and I needed to lifesteal. Okay, we finally killed it. That end fight there was the end of that fight there was not the cleanest, but we got there in the end. I just had to back away to make sure I was healing. And that is one of the downsides, like I talked about, of lifesteal, is that when you have to back away to heal against an elite, you still have to fight stuff, so your HP is still in danger. Whereas if you were using regeneration, you would just wander away from everything and heal back up. Big arms here is going to be great. 12 melee damage, that's huge for us. These negatives are real, but not that concerning. And then let's pick up some more armor so we can keep tanking. Mirror for focus. Yeah, I guess mirror for focus, that's good enough. We will pick this and grab the focus here. And so that's just plus 60% damage that we got, which is nice. I will lock both of these items and do a reroll. Rip and Tear, that can help us do a bunch of damage. So actually, I will take the Rip and Tear. It does reduce my crit chance, which is painful, but making sure we have wave clear, especially because we have a Horde wave coming up, I think is going to be very valuable. So now our attack speed's quite a bit better. I'm going to focus a little bit more on crit chance. Making sure that we're getting these blobfish kills to spawn the curse alien. I did stand on the spawn there, so I actually delayed killing the curse alien a little bit by mispositioning. Because when this spawns, of course, the red X's appear for the... When you kill the blobfish, the red X's appear for the enemies to spawn. If you stand on one of the red X's, the enemy spawns randomly somewhere else on the field. So by doing that, I delayed being able to kill the curse alien because it didn't spawn right next to me. Incendiary turret, we have a recycling machine, and this doesn't do anything because our engineering is very negative, so we're just going to recycle that. I'll take the 7 crit chance because I'm about to reduce it with the rip and tear. Take a bag. Wow, this bag has been very bad, actually. I guess we only have 7 luck, that's why. Let's reroll here. We'll take a Cyclops worm as well. Reroll again. Excuse me. Just going to drink some water. Our attack speed's still pretty low, so I'm willing to invest 160 in the improved tools. The construct attack speed will never matter from the improved tools, but just making our weapons attack faster is really huge for us. Keep re-rolling here. We'll definitely take a mastery, and I think that's it. For 17 with 2 locked, we don't need to keep re-rolling further. One downside of the Rip and Tear is it does make it harder to lifesteal, because often you're going to lifesteal off these groups of like really small enemies by hitting them one at a time. The Rip and Tear is going to kill them all at once, so it makes it a little harder to lifesteal off of weaker enemies on the field. Which, given that that's how we're healing, is a real downside to that item. Not enough to make me avoid buying it, but relevant and worth mentioning. Killing that loot alien there. We're gonna get that tree. Oh yeah, we've got a whistle too, so the bag should be better because we should be getting loot aliens, but we haven't had that many spawns, and one of the spawns I didn't manage to kill it. Yep, more crit chance, of course. We've actually ended up with a lot of dodge, just sort of randomly. Still very negative dodge because we started with minus 30%. But if this character didn't have negative dodge, we would actually be building dodge pretty aggressively here. Do I want to spend 63 on 2 melee damage? I probably do. Just any damage we can get is so good. And then this is a really interesting choice as well. I want more armor, but I also want more crit chance. I'm going to focus on offense. I think that's both better and a little more fun at this point. Reroll here. Definitely gentle alien. Little muscly dude for sure. Reroll again. The weird ghost. So I love weird ghost. We have 6 regeneration and don't really need max HP though, and I think that we could just lose the run by buying Weird Ghost here. So this is going to be rare footage of me passing Weird Ghost in this spot. Because we rely on lifesteal for our healing, we don't have like a garden or a medical turret or anything to heal back up. I don't want to just like randomly take a hit and die. So we're going to pass on the Weird Ghost. I will... and that's, by the way, another downside of lifesteal is that you sometimes have to pass on Weird Ghost if you're a melee lifesteal build. We could have taken it. I almost certainly wouldn't have died, but I don't want to give like a 10% chance of dying in this run where I have basically a 0% chance of dying if I don't take risks. So as you can see there, we didn't take any hits off the start of the wave. We'd have certainly healed back up enough, but no point in putting ourselves at risk for no reason in an otherwise winning run. When you are ahead in a game like this is especially important in competitive games, but if you're winning and only by the most bizarre circumstances can you lose, then you should play to avoid those most bizarre circumstances. And one of the skills that differentiates players who are good from players who are very good is knowing when only weird things can happen that cause you to lose and playing around them, and when playing around weird things costs you equity in a normal game. Because sometimes playing around edge cases costs you percent chance in just the normal way that the game will play out. Here, we are going to just take some more percent damage, and I'm going to take movement speed. This is another stat I really want more of, so getting up to 10% is going to help dodging elites a lot. Pick up the Broken Mouth, Small Fish, and Muscly Dude, and then roll. At this point, I don't need more harvesting, so we're going to pass on the Peaceful Bee, but I'll take the sunglasses. Our crit chance is now 75% with these level 3s. Take the metal here. I guess I'll take metal detector, lock the metal, and roll again. Lock a scissors. Our dodge, we keep getting these great dodge items, which I can't use. We actually could have got positive dodge this run. Oh, excuse me. Rip to headphone users this recording. My bad. Didn't manage to mute in time there. Have a bit of a cold, so doing some sneezing. I think the noise filter catches that, but I've got, you know, the classic giant dad sneeze, so if it goes through without any muting, then it's gonna blow you guys straight out of your chairs. Head and get that curse alien. Oh, I didn't see the loot alien. No, wrong direction. I should have gone after the loot alien rather than the curse alien, but that's okay. We got a leather vest anyways, and then here, just gonna pick up 2 more armor. The regen wouldn't be bad either. 5 regeneration is really nice, but I think armor is more important. We don't really need to invest in healing because we've got these scissors. Let's go ahead and level to level 4, and you can see we get 2.5x critical damage. So the increased critical damage that you get by leveling scissors is fine. It's just not that exciting. Going from 2x to 2.5x is not a massive increase. If it went up to 3x, I think this weapon would be more worth leveling. But honestly, going from level 3 to level 4 scissors is probably not worth the money. I still like doing it because I'm pathologically incapable of not leveling my weapons when given the opportunity, but you probably, for the maximum possible win rate, actually don't want to level past level 3. Small magazine, it is fairly interesting here. We have 108% damage, and attack speed is one of our weakest stats, so I'm actually going to buy this. Losing 6% damage for plus 10 attack speed is totally fine in a lot of circumstances. And then luck is not that important to us, so spending 140 on 3 melee damage feels bad, but we just really want to boost our damage by any means possible. All right, I'm going to lock all of these items. They're all great. Basically, I just want to get to the point where we're killing the bosses really fast so we don't have to rely on our lifesteal in order to heal up against them. Because, again, one way that we could lose this run is if I take a few too many hits to an elite or to the 2 bosses, and there's just nothing to lifesteal off of that doesn't put me in a position where I'm getting hit by the bosses. So, we're mitigating the chance of me just making some errors and ending up paying the price by making sure that we're killing the bosses as quickly as we can so that there's fewer chances for me to make mistakes. Wave 16 here, of course, we want to make sure that we're clearing the edges of the map where all of these curse aliens spawn. Wow, neither of those drop materials? Come on, game. At least we still get the curse, but 2 of those guys not dropping materials really stings. Okay, we'll take a medal, and I'll take some percent damage just because it's a high-level upgrade. And then we are going to buy out this whole shop. Can I afford it all? I guess I want this first, and this. Yes, I can afford it all. Cursed coupon with only 2 waves left. I think that will still pay for itself. I'm curious about this, actually, with if the 55 materials will be worth it. Of course, we want to buy it anyways, just because curse is good to have in and of itself. Like, spending approximately 30 or so materials on 1 curse is just a good deal, even this late. Do I want the pile of books? I think 200 for 3 crit chance is too expensive. Take the salt water, though. That's pretty good. And the cursed reinforced steel, 140 for 4 curse and -1 speed. Yeah, that's probably worth it as well, just because curse is so good. run over here and see if we can take out this elite before I can take damage from it. Running straight into its attack there, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You want to make sure you're killing the elites fast in case you're bad at video games. And get this blobfish and keep leveling our curse here. Get this blobfish. The high damage on our weapons as well helps us clear those very effectively. We just kill the blobfish and instantly delete the lampreys so we don't have to do any dodging. Just makes it so much simpler when our damage is this high. The story of this run really has been about identifying what stats we need and just prioritizing those, and not buying sort of random stuff that doesn't do anything for us. Yeah, we'll take 12 damage and 6 attack speed. That's fine for 200. Weird food, the burst healing can be useful, so we'll take it. We have great consumable healing with the jerky and double weird food. They heal us for 10 every time we pick them up, which is awesome. I'm actually not sure if 6 melee damage or 5 crit chance is more damage on average. I'm just going to default to taking the higher level level up there. Buy the coupon and then buy these 2 items and then roll. Take the metal plate and roll again. Obviously, silver bullet is great. We'll keep leveling these scissors because why not? Do I want this treasure map this late? I'm very curious, actually, whether we'll get items out of the treasure map. This is almost certainly not going to pay off, but this kind of economy item I sometimes like to buy late just to push the envelope and see how well it does. Treasure map is a really, really strong item if you get it even just slightly earlier. So something that I like to test sometimes is how late you can buy these items and still have them be good. We would need to get probably 10 crates on average over the next 2 waves for the treasure map to be good, which seems unlikely, but because you want to get 2 items out of treasure map for it to pay off. But if we get, say, like 8 crates over the next 2 waves, with luck this low, I think the treasure map is never going to be good. If we'd had slightly better luck, then the treasure map was probably going to be fine. Do I want 15% speed for minus 5 HP, minus 1 armor? I think 13 speed is actually fine. I don't really want to lose armor at this point, so we will just take the 170 materials. By the melee damage, we'll take Silver Bullet. Of course, Claw Tree is good. Let's reroll here. Keep leveling these scissors. And keep leveling the scissors. I'm going to lock the Silver Bullet. Yeah, we don't have a 100% crit chance, so we'll buy another one of those. Lock these scissors as well. We'll buy a Cursed Landmines and go to wave 19. Probably we'd need about 100 luck for buying the treasure map that late to be a reasonable pick. Because I think if you get 8 crates, so it's like a 1.6 items on average, then the treasure map is worth it. But obviously with really low luck, we're not going to get 8 crates over 2 waves. We also do have a whistle, which makes it a little better, so there's some really interesting considerations for that item. I do need to heal back up a bit, our lifesteal, because I have reduced my armor a little bit, and we have 20 armor, but our lifesteal is not necessarily keeping us fully healed at this point, even with 50% lifesteal. And this, as I talk about, is one of the reasons I don't love relying on lifesteal on this map. The jerky and the consumable healing is really helping us out here. Yeah, I will reduce my luck. I'll take the 4% speed. That will help a little bit. Sure, we'll take a lemonade. Gambling token, we're recycling. And then here, I'm gonna just grab the 4 armor so that we don't die in like 1 or 2 hits to the bosses. Taking Silver Bullet, Leveling up these scissors some more, taking the head injury and rolling. Medkit, that's probably worth it. This is a lot of healing and can help us. The way that we lose this run at this point is if I take 3 or 4 hits to the bosses and then can't lifesteal back up. So Medkit kind of solves that problem for us. Roll here. I am going to take the bait. Bait actually gives us more enemies to lifesteal off of and shouldn't put any damage pressure on us. I think it's going to be better than taking the ritual here, which is the other option. Oh, I would have loved the cursed rip and tear, by the way. Let's keep re-rolling just out of curiosity. And oh, I should have checked the coupon before the last. No. The coupon doesn't save on re-rolls; it saves on purchases. So yeah, the coupon actually was good. We spent 55 on this and got 3 times the materials back, so the coupon worked out really well. We got nothing out of the treasure map, so it didn't. We only found 5 crates, so running slightly below average on treasure map. But it was actually closer to being decent than you might think, even with very low luck. So even with high luck, I probably wouldn't buy it wave 17, but wave 16 treasure maps would be pretty reasonable. And with low luck, wave 15 treasure map will still probably pay off. So interesting to do science there. Let's go ahead and fight these bosses. So I'm just going to clear the lampreys real quick. The extra 8% damage, I think, is more relevant than the, 1 hit we took from the lampreys. I need to... We do have very low luck, and a lot of our healing, because lifesteal is unreliable, a lot of our real healing is consumable healing. So the low luck is hurting us there. Got that the loot alien over there. If we need a quick heal, I can run over and kill it and get a crate. I also left the full heal on the ground there, the 100 HP red crate, because if we were in trouble, I could run back over and pick it up. There we go. We have cleared on the crazy, which, of course, we were expecting to do. This is a very strong character. And let's take a look at our items here. We've got no early economy items. 184 on the Dangerous Bunny. This wasn't the highest economy run. We didn't re-roll that much, but Dangerous Bunny was still good. The black belts were really nice. They got us to level 25 with the bonus XP gain. The bags, even with very low luck, of course, bag pays off phenomenally every time. This item's just broken, so of course bag does well even if you get it relatively late. Recycling machine wasn't bad. It let us recycle 1 red item, I think, and so that was pretty good. Locking the mirror worked out really well here, actually, because we got to duplicate focus, and that brought us from 20% damage to 80% damage, which was a massive boost. So that worked out very well, just locking the mirror and seeing if something cool showed up to get with it. 108 healing from Cute Monkey, that helped a lot. 47 or 46k on the Rip and Tear, which is not bad at all. And Jerky, of course, was excellent. That's what let us play aggressively in the last couple waves. Coupon worked out really well. Treasure map did not work out really well. The silver bullets, of course, were great also. And the med kit just gave us some safety. So that was a really interesting run from the perspective of just trying to minimize the chance of losing. When you get a run like this where you think you're more or less guaranteed to win if you don't mess up, then the goal should be to try to avoid messing up. So we just focused on making sure that we were playing relatively cleanly, buying items that actually helped us, and not getting too crazy with what we were purchasing. And got another clean victory for the random win streak. As always, my friends, if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.